सो हेलो गाइज, वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल एंड वेलकम बैक टू माय अनदर वीडियो। आपका कैडल गेम में स्वागत है और हम खेल रहे हैं अपना असासिन क्रीड वलहल्ला गेम, जिसमें हमने पिछले वीडियो में देखा था कि ओसवर्ड वहाँ का राजा बन चुका होता है ईस्ट एंग्लिया का। तो अब अपन को रिपोर्ट करनी है रेंडवी को। तो चलिए हम रिपोर्ट करने के लिए चलते हैं रेंडवी के पास में। लेकिन यार वीडियो स्टार्ट करने से पहले एक ही रिक्वेस्ट है आपसे, अगर अभी तक आपने हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो प्लीज़ यार चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लें और बेल आइकन को ऑल पर सेट कर लें, ताकि हमारे सारे आने वाले गेम्स के नोटिफिकेशन आपसे मिस ना हो। तो चलिए इससे बात कर लेते हैं, देखते हैं क्या होता है।
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Rot is a pointed word. Does the deer
हाँ,
rub a
लड़ाई चल
stream
रही है
when
क्या
she
ऐसे ही?
takes drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
ओह डैग आ सारा डैग।
This matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
ओके, अपन नतीजा सुनाएंगे क्या?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
बैठ जाओ भाई पहले तो।
Well now, there is no
शुरुआत
excuse
से।
too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A filly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing,
चोरी का
borrowing.
अंजाम लग रहा है यहाँ
My
पे, है ना?
point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail, bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of
Painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgafur's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan. Holger, let me hear your
इसकी
side.
बारी।
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom to make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovy's inks, all were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleed.
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie,
भाई साहब एक ही में शांत कर दिया
my
है।
latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer, to make a perfect brush. I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafu's tail to the
जल्दी
rump
जल्दी
without
बातें
asking.
करो
It was
भाई
early.
मेरे।
I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position.
अब देखते हैं।
I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse
ठीक है।
looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifer's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen.
क्या करें?
Olga, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed! Does the reality of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe, and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does.
घोड़े के ऊपर चल रहा है भाई साहब ये सवेरा माजरा.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We're done here. Return to your homes in peace.
That's a damn fine stable we have now.
हराम खोरो. टाइम बर्बाद कर देते हैं इतना.
Hello, Eivor. Good day. That Holger, he is quite a character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you are.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
ईस्ट एंग्लिया अपने साथ में हो चुका है. ओके ये वाला अपना हो चुका है पूरा राज.
Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Elderman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Sven passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
I had not heard, no. And how is Toby? She must be gutted.
It has been rough on her. She spends quite a lot of time at his burial mound. Speak with her, if you have the time.
अरे हमें तो अलायंस मैप देखना है भाई मेरे. Are you all right? ये क्या है?
Randvi, are you well? You seem distant.
I'm fine. Only a little tired, but well enough. Shall we look at the map?
Not until you tell me what is wrong.
Oh, I think I have. I feel somewhat trapped. In this room, and this settlement, and this life.
I cannot help you with your life just now, but I can get you out of this room. What do you say?
I don't know. There is much work to be done.
Stop. Forget about alliances and responsibility for just a few hours. We could take a ride to Grantebridge or somewhere nearby for a change of pace.
That sounds lovely. And too far to consider just now. But thank you, Eivor. Maybe another time. Now, what was it you needed?
Okay.
Randvi, take a break. Let us make for Grantebridgeshire and get you out of this musty room.
Do you mean now? Right now?
Of course. You said you were tired of all this.
अपने साथ
so why
ले
not
जाते हैं
stretch your
इसको
legs
घुमाने
and
के
fill
लिए
your
राइड
lungs?
पे ले जाएंगे.
I did ask, didn't I?
लॉन्ग ड्राइव पे
You're
चल.
right. Lead the way, Eivor.
Follow me.
अरे भाई मेरे इतनी दूर. फास्ट ट्रैवल कर लेते हैं देखते हैं क्या है. ये है ना यहाँ पे है ना. ओके तो यहाँ से अपन को ले जाएंगे. यहाँ से ले जाते हैं यहाँ पर. ओके फास्ट ट्रैवल कर लेते हैं पहले. अरे तू तो हट जा यार. अरे ले यार अब तो हटेगा. यहाँ से फास्ट ट्रैवल करने के बाद में उसको ले जाएंगे घुमाने के लिए क्योंकि भाई साहब काम कर करके वो थक चुकी है. इसीलिए उसको थोड़ा ब्रेक देने के लिए अपना ये बंदा आगे आया है. सही बात है भाई मेरे. घुमाने के लिए ले जा रहा है अभी उसको. चलो भाई जरा जल्दी चल जल्दी. ये हो गया. अब देखते हैं वो कहाँ है. चलो देखते हैं वो. अरे यार ये तो बहुत दूर बात की है भाई मेरे. अरे यहीं से ले जानी है भाई। यहीं से जाना पड़ेगा। चलो कहाँ है रेंडवी?
We won't take the long ship today. This trip is for us. Just you and me. Is that a problem?
Not at all.
ये
As
रही।
long as I get some air and sun, I will be fine. I spend too much of my...
हम लगा देते हैं यहाँ पे फास्ट ट्रेवल यानी कि एक निशान, ए ट्रैक।
We will need to cross the
Okay,
river
अब
at some
जाएंगे हम
point if we want to
अपनी
enter Grantebridge.
Please
शिप
save
से।
me. Not a long ship.
Right.
अच्छा लॉन्ग शिप से नहीं
We will
जाएंगे।
need to cross the river at some point if we want to enter Grantebridge. If you know a better way, I would love to hear it.
Is swimming not
आ
an
जाओ
option?
भैया मेरे।
Swimming? I don't know. Are you joking?
A boat or a horse would always do, but I'm not opposed to the
घोड़ा
more
कहाँ है
traditional
मेरा?
methods.
आ जा भाई, इस पर बैठ जा और क्या है। अरे यार लेकर कैसे जाऊं इसको मैं? ऐसे ही ले जाते हैं खुदा खुदा के। अरे भाई मेरे चल 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 यार। इज्जत की क्यों वाट लगवा रहे हैं? आगे से लेके चलते हैं इसको, देखते हैं आगे कोई रास्ता वास्ता होगा तो। क्या यार, क्या फालतू का मिशन मिल चुका है घुमाने का। यहाँ से तो मिल जाएगा ना भाई मेरे। पहाड़ी ठीक है यहाँ से। ठीक है यार, अपन खुद ले जाएंगे, चल ऐसे ही ले जाएंगे। अच्छा दो दो हैं तो स्पीड नहीं बढ़ रही है इसकी। चलो यार, घोड़ा मर गया क्या यार? गुस्सा आ रही है। अभी तो 1300 1350 भाई साहब, बहुत दूर है अभी तो। मुझे लगता है इसको तैराना पड़ेगा भाई साहब। पानी तो मिलेगा आगे, बिल्कुल मिलेगा भाई। नहीं मिलेगा, मुझे पता है भैया, नहीं जाएगा। कूद जा तो यहाँ से। ये लो भैया, यहाँ से चलते हैं।
It really is lovely here. I have not been this far east of the settlement. Isn't that awful?
You think safety awful?
To live one's life in so small a pond.
ठीक है भाई मेरे, इस नाव में तो बैठ जाना कम से कम।
Without ever venturing further. Gods, do you smell that? The earth and the air.
अरे?
It is good to be out here.
पानी में भाई साहब आ जाना।
This water smells off.
You get used to it.
I do not wish to.
आजा आजा, पानी में तैर तैर के आजा। अच्छा घुमाने के लिए लेके आया हूँ मैं इसको। आजा, मर गई क्या? अच्छा वो देखो घोड़े को, देखो वो वहाँ से आ रहा है। चलो आ तो गई भाई, आ जाओ भैया। पहाड़ी इलाके से होकर ला रहा हूँ मैं इसको। आ जा भाई, बैठ जा। अब चलते हैं इधर। अब तो भाई डेस्टिनेशन मिल गई हो? नहीं अभी भी नहीं मिलेगी। ओ बंदे भाई साहब, तुम तो दूर ही रहो भाई साहब, हम यहाँ पे राइड पे निकले हैं यार, घूमने के लिए। हाँ और क्या। और देखो 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 कैसे कैसे तीर मार रहे हैं। तो वो वाला रास्ता हो जाएगा है ना, तो इसको अब हम बैठा लेते हैं नाव पे। आ जा भाई।
There. What is that?
This is where the Summer Army retreated when Grantebridge was lost. They seem to have resettled the city in full now.
Right, right. I know
अरे आ
this
जा ना।
land so well by its map, but to see it in person brings it to stunning life. A Roman marvel.
अरे भाई
I will not soon forget this sight.
नहीं आ रही है तो मत आ, हम तो वहाँ पहुँच रहे हैं। कैसी बात है, चढ़ नहीं पा रही है। आ जा तो भैया, धीरे धीरे तैर के आ जाइए। हम तो चल रहे हैं वहाँ। अपन को जाना कहाँ है, वहाँ पर है ना। चलो कोई दिक्कत वाली बात नहीं है। यहाँ से घोड़ा लेके निकल लेते हैं और क्या करें। आ जा, बैठो भैया। फिर से पानी मिलेगा भाई मेरे। फिर से तैर के जाना पड़ेगा भाई। भाई मेरे बहुत तैरा दिया मैंने इसको है ना। और देखो देखो, अरे ये रहा ये रहा। ब्रिज है, ब्रिज है, चलो ब्रिज है, ब्रिज है। ब्रिज दिख गया, ब्रिज दिख गया। ये अब ठीक है। अबे तेरी ऐसी तैसी भाई यार।
And here we are. Welcome to Grantebridge. We should make our way to the Longhouse.
Oh, it's bigger than I imagined. Rustic, woody, beautiful. And everything seems quite new.
Under Soma's guidance, the Summer Army built this town up from a small village. They wanted a hub for trade near London, and a launching point for incursions into Wessex.
Well, it is
तो
impressive.
ये भाई साहब
Some
अपन
interesting
यहाँ पे
architectural
लेकर
ideas
आ
here too.
चुके हैं इसको। अरे चढ़ जा, हट जा। आ जाओ भाई, अंदर आ जाओ।
Is that Avoy? It's been quite a while
इससे
since
बात
I've
करते
seen
हैं।
your face around here.
I know you, I think. One of Soma's loyal men. Magni, is it?
Yeah, good memory.
Good to see you again. This is Randvi, a dear friend and a sturdy fighter.
Well met, Randy. Eivor seems to have a preference for befriending lovely women.
You know, I noticed the same thing.
I expected more people about Magni. Has something happened?
Soma rounded up some warriors and took them west. She's hoping to open a new trade route with Ox and the Voda. Only now, in times of trouble, I have discovered I am not the surrogate leader I should hope to be.
What sort of trouble?
Oh, a pack of surly bandits have encamped nearby. To the east of the water's edge. They attack all merchants who travel here by river or road, and word is spreading quickly. It's keeping traders at bay.
That could cripple your town if it carries on too long.
It's crippled me already. The bastard stole my horse yesterday morning.
Happy to help, but we don't have time. इसको थोड़ा
what
क्या
will you-
I
करते
can
हैं,
take
इसको
care
कर
of them,
देते हैं।
Magni. And if we don't find your horse, we will steal you a new one.
Oh, that would ease my mind. I have nothing to offer you for this deed, but the bandits surely would. Take from them what you like.
Good. Consider the matter handled. Eivor, come. We have a camp to raid.
Eliminate the bandits.
The bandits are camped
अरे
on
भाई
the
घोड़े.
riverside, east of the water's edge.
You volunteered us for a fight,
Wow.
Randvi.
ठीक
Is that your
है.
idea of a pleasant ride through the country?
It must be.
चलो
I'm
सर.
surprised even myself.
Away from the table for a day and already you are lusting for blood.
A feeling you must know well, no? I have always wanted to experience the world as you do, and now I will. Unless you have a more interesting day planned for us.
We will help Magnian clear these bandits. But do not be rash when we find them. The Raven clan needs your steady hand.
Yes, indeed, my lord. I shall follow your order to the letter.
If I did not know any better, I would say you're teasing me.
Oh, certainly not, Eivor wolf-kissed iron-fisted Drenger. I would never tease one with such commanding authority. There, the bandit camp.
All right, stay close.
Yeah.
Do as I do.
Rude and look sternly at the horizon.
By all means.
I thought
ये
you wanted
क्या
to
है?
do
ये
something
क्या-
fresh.
You seemed hot for a battle, so here we go.
किसी को नहीं मारे भाई साहब, एक भी नहीं मारा इसने ना. हाँ तेरी. और बच गया. ये ले और ले. बेटे छोड़ने वाली तो हमको बात ही नहीं है. देख अपने भेड़िए का कमाल और देखना. बस आ गया. ये बाप, ये बाप, ये बाप. और ये ख़त्म.
Now to deliver Magni's horse.
ये खत्म भाई साहब. चटका दी नार. अपने बंदे से करते हैं ऊधम है हरामखोर. और तो कुछ नहीं है लूटने के लिए.
Stronger already.
इधर ये क्या है. ये एबिलिटी बढ़ गई है और ये यहाँ से लूट लिया है. और यहाँ से ये सर जी. अरे मेरे लिए तो रुक जाओ यार. चलो भाई मेरे. सेम घोड़े हैं भाई साहब, बस कलर चेंज है.
That was a thrill, Eivor. We are champions of Grantebridge. Do you know of any other towns that need liberating?
You don't think we have had enough drama for one day? We should return to the settlement.
Or we could have a drink to celebrate our victory.
At home. Tekla has all the mead and ale we could want.
Eivor, our outing has hardly begun. Find us an alehouse and let us make ourselves at home.
Let's return the horse. And if your thirst remains, we'll look around.
चलो भैया.
Hi, Zenovi.
ये अपना ये वाला हो गया है. अपन घोड़े को चुरा कर ले गए थे भाई साहब. वो बैंडिट्स हैं जो बंदे, मतलब चुराने के लिए और कुछ भी नहीं मिला उनको, घोड़े को ही ले गए.
Magni, we solved your bandit problem.
Did you? Well done! And did you find my sweet mare?
Your horse is outside, waiting for you.
Thank the gods she is safe. And thank you, Eivor. And your friend Randvi, wherever she is.
She is here somewhere.
Eivor, over here. Look at this.
अरे कहाँ गई.
Oh, someone is thirsty.
यहाँ
Are
पे.
you determined?
ओके बात करते हैं.
What are you playing at?
A drinking contest. You versus me. Wolf-kissed versus Table Maiden.
Randvi, we can do better than Table Maiden.
Mead Queen, then.
All right?
ठीक है
Let
भाई
us
साहब,
drink.
चलो इससे भी कर लेते हैं. देखते हैं भाई मेरे. अपन इससे तो जीत ही जाएंगे यार। ओके अरे भाई 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 जल्दी जल्दी। चलो दोनों का बराबर टाइम पे ही ख़त्म हुआ है। अरे 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 चलो भाई मेरे जल्दी जल्दी बराबर बराबर चल रहे हैं। अरे यार हारेंगे इसको भी। अरे हार गए हार गए हार गए हार गए भाई, बिल्कुल हार गए। अरे बिल्कुल हार गए। लड़क गई वो।
Any more and I'll drown.
Ha! I am the mead
हरा
queen,
दिए।
slayer of wolves and barrels. I told you I would drink you under the table.
So, are you satisfied? My head is ringing like a bell.
More than satisfied. Now come, we'll ride this off and take in the air as we head home. After just one more stop.
Randvi.
It's a sunken tower near a
अपन हार चुके हैं भाई से बुरी तरीके से। दो बार कॉन्टेस्ट किया था, दोनों बार हार गए।
It's near the highest point of a hill just south of the settlement. Easy to spot, I'm sure.
All right, one last stop then.
I know it might not show, Eivor, but I am terribly excited.
Oh, it shows.
Well, I do hope to see you again. Randy.
अब कहाँ लेके जाना है, कौन से टावर और
I might
भाई
have
मेरे।
to, Magni. Thank you for everything.
आ जाओ भैया, और इतनी दूर लेके जाना फिर से है ना। चलो आ जाओ भाई मेरे घोड़े, जल्दी 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 बैठ जाओ। इतनी बड़ी तो राइड हो गई हमारी। हाँ फिर से करते हैं इतनी बड़ी।
I think you may have
चलो मेरे
punctured poor
घोड़े
Magni's heart
टक
back
टक
there.
टक।
What can I say? Not the first, and it will not be the last.
I name you Randvi, slayer of bandits and breaker of hearts.
I will sound it with pride. Sunniva described this tower for me. A desolate yet peaceful place. I am eager to see it.
After a full day of action,
Ciao.
finally you wish to calm down.
I've had my fill of adventure. Time for a little rest.
टमाटो कुसीटा।
I was wondering something.
टमाटो
You and
कुसीटा।
Soma. Was there something more to your bond? You spoke of her with a particular shine in your
वहाँ
eyes.
पे
We
चलते
grew very
हैं।
close, very quickly.
ये कोई
Is that what you mean?
एनिमी है क्या? कोई बंदा है क्या भाई मेरे? बंदा तो है पर ये
No,
कोई
I
मुझे
Did
चलो कोई
something
दिक्कत नहीं है।
happen between you two?
What sort of question is that?
An innocent one. Innocent as a newborn babe.
Nothing happened between us. That is my answer.
I find that disappointing. If I were you, I might have tested the waters. Eivor, entangled by a hardy
ओ
Jarl.
हट जाओ भाई सामने से, कुचल के फेंक दूंगा।
Eivor,
इस टावर पे
entangled by a
लेके
hardy
जाना है ना?
Jarl's Kunaj. Look there, that must be the tower.
Okay.
Take the bridge.
यहाँ से इसको वो रहा ब्रिज, और यहाँ पे लाके इसको छोड़ देना है ना।
Just as
ये हो गया
beautiful as
भाई।
Sunniva's stories tell. Can you imagine
अब
how it
इसको
looked
follow
when it was
करना
first
है।
built, hundreds of winters ago? Sometimes when looking at a map, I imagine little people in their little armies, traversing the land. And now, staring at these ruins, I imagine people of old, how they lived, never knowing what would become of their monuments.
You have a fertile imagination.
I want a view from the top. Shall we?
Lead on.
कहाँ गई? और पानी में। कहाँ लेके जाएगी ये? ऊपर।
Keep up!
Mind where you put your fingers. These stones are old and weathered.
सही है भाई मेरे, काई लगी हुई है यहाँ पे। चलो भैया तेरे पीछे पीछे आएंगे अपन तो, और क्या
You
है।
climbed well for one who
नहीं,
folds
नहीं।
maps.
You jest, but I have raised the frames of long houses and hammered the ribs of long ships. My hands are calloused from hard work. Well, well. Look at this.
ये बात क्या गजब लग रहा है भाई
A
साहब सीन।
stunning view. It reminds me of my early years in Norway. How I used to climb the hills beyond the wood.
You have an adventurous heart. I hardly see it behind the table, but now I've watched you scale a tower in furs, soaking wet.
I was rowdy in my youth. Hunting, sailing. I was a wildling of the open air before I became this staunch and stoic woman. Married off in service of peace between two clans. A noble and worthy role, but not one I had ever imagined for myself.
You would have made a fine wandering warrior. A Jomsvikinger, free to come and go as she pleased.
I think so too. It may be we would have sailed together over the open seas, raiding or traveling.
Or faced each other on the field of battle. Without your marriage to Sigurd to secure peace, our clans might still be at war.
True. Very true. Thank you for today. Every bit of it has been a dream, and I'm not keen to wake.
Then don't. I can stay here as long as you like.
Yes.
What was that?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. I got away from myself.
No need to apologize.
Sigurd is your brother, and I have put you in a very difficult position. The heart does not do politics like the head.
It may be the mead, it may be the air, but there's no need to apologize.
I am sober enough. But the truth of it is, I have felt this way for some time now. I care for you, Eivor.
That is comforting to hear. I have long felt the same way, but I banished the thought that this would ever happen.
Many times I wished to tell you. Wished to say what was in my heart and what I desired, but duty kept me from it.
Say all you like.
Today has meant so much. We rode, we fought, we drank, we laughed. You showed me your world. Not in words, but deeds.
Deeds are more direct than words.
अरे भाई मेरे, ओहो ये सुबह हो चुकी है भाई मेरे।
Must have returned to the settlement.
तो यार ये भी क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट हो चुकी है। तो गाइस यार आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा हो तो प्लीज़ यार इस वीडियो को लाइक शेयर कमेंट करके ज़रूर बता देना, और अगर आप हमारे चैनल पर नए हो तो प्लीज़ भाई चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करके बेल आइकन को ऑल पर सेट कर लेना, ताकि हमारे सारे आने वाले गेम्स की नोटिफिकेशन आपसे कभी मिस ना हो। तो ठीक है, अब हम मिलते हैं अपनी नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए आप सभी का धन्यवाद।